guys, it's your girl Sugar Sade. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about how to get into nursing school. If you might not have the best GPA, or if you don't want to do it the traditional way. So this first method is for those of you who are attending a university and your university has a nursing program and you tried to get into it and you didn't get in. Boom, you missed the mark. Darn it. I got some tips for you, and I know what to do next. If you still would like to become a nurse, what you need to do is get into an accelerated BSN program. And what an accelerated BSN program is just a regular BSN program, but it's sped up and compacted into 2 years as opposed to the usual 4 or 5 years that it takes. So what that means is, yes, it's going to be harder. You're going to go to school year-round, and you're going to have lots of classes loaded on top of each other at the same time. These programs are challenging, but they're worth it. So what you need to do to get into these programs is first change your major to a major that has the same prerequisites as nursing does. So those prerequisites are anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 with a lab, microbiology with a lab, chemistry with a lab, and those are the sciences. And then they also have non-science prerequisites as well, such as English, and that's just the general education English, whatever that may be at your school, oral communications, critical thinking, which is usually like a philosophy class, and statistics. So those are the 6, or how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are like the 8 prerequisites that you need to get into a accelerated BSN program. So majors that usually have those already into their program are human development and kinesiology. If you know any other ones, then that will work as well, but those are the ones that I know off the top of my head. So go ahead and change your major to, let's say, human development. You graduate with your bachelor's in human development. Woohoo! Now you go ahead and apply to the accelerated BSN program. And I have a list of schools that offer accelerated BSN programs, and that is Cal State Northridge, Cal State San Marcos, Cal State Stanislaus, Cal State LA, Loma Linda, Mount St. Mary's, Concordia University, and that's just a couple. There's tons more, and those are all in California because that's where I live, so that's what I'm educating on. So yeah, you apply to those schools, and it's a lot easier to get into those schools as opposed to a traditional BSN program, because those schools usually let in not only more people per cohort, but they offer more cohorts per year. So the likelihood of you getting in is higher, and the competition is not as tough. This second method is for those of you who have no interest in going to a university. Maybe you've never been to school, or you're not currently in school. You've never attempted to get into a nursing program, but you decided, hey, I think I want to be a registered nurse with my BSN. I want to be a nurse. What you need to do is first get your LVN, and you can get that at, I would say, get it at the cheapest place possible. Start at the community colleges like RCC, Citrus College, Miracosta College. Like, start there and try to get into their LVN programs. Get your LVN. That usually takes about 2 years, and then after that, immediately apply to LVN to BSN, LVN to BSN program. And there are many schools that offer that, and I have a list of those as well. Some schools that offer LVN to BSN are APU, which is Azusa Pacific University, Cal State East Bay, Cal State Fullerton, Cal State San Marcos, National University, and West Coast. Of course, those last two are a little more pricey, but options nonetheless. And usually for these schools, you need a minimum of like a 3.0 GPA, except for Fullerton, they require 3.5 GPA. So those schools, LVN to BSN schools, are also less competitive than the traditional BSN programs. So that's a really good method to getting to that point as well. And so it's 2 years to get your LVN, 2 years for LV into BSN, and it's a total of 4 years, which is excellent, right? My third and final option for you is to try to get into an associate's level RN program, and those are offered at community colleges as well. I know San Joaquin Valley College has one, Chaffey College, RCC, and those are a little bit more competitive to get into, and that's why it's third on my list. Also, you can do that at the career colleges like American Career College, or also at Concord University, those kind of colleges, but those are more pricey. But yeah, you just go and get your RN. It's going to take you 2 years, and you can actually apply to hospitals with that, but these days hospitals really require and like to see BSN. So if you get hired, a lot of times they'll say, okay, but you have to start a BSN program within this amount of time, or just having your BSN is just going to look better and get you chosen over someone else who doesn't. So I suggest you go, after you get your RN, you go to an RN to BSN program, and many universities have those programs as well, and they're not as competitive. Some of them are the ones that I listed before, but yeah, just go ahead and do that. I hope you like these tips, and good luck on getting into school.